Back to back. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? As you can see, King is not here currently. That doesn't mean he's not coming. He told me he's coming in hot. So, you guys know what that means. He'll be here probably in the next 10 minutes. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about today, man. Dirt. The amount of salt we are about to... What's the word I'm looking for? The amount of salt that we're about to manifest into the world is going to be legendary. People in the chat, I know most of the time, we very PlayStation fanboy friendly. King and Dirt are going to be in the same podcast. It's going to be like the Ultron, whatever it is, when they combine forces to make the ultimate being. I don't know if you guys want to be there today. I'm going to be real. So there's a back door. We have it the shameless entrance. The media is not out there. So PlayStation fanboys, take that back door. Because I don't know if you want to sit around for this slaughter. But if you guys want to, then I guess we'll get on with the show. We kind of just did a spoiler alert for PlayStation fanboys. But anyway,
give them a disclaimer, man. Let them know.
But anyway, thank you guys for coming to the Addict Show. We talk about the past, present, future gaming. I got my co-host with me, Dirt. Griggity, what's going on, Dirt?
What's up, man? I see somebody in the chat already saying that Bobby Kotick killed the deal. Shut up. Get out of here, man. That's what I seen a few PlayStation fanboys trying to run with today. I had somebody tag me. Dirt, are you going to talk about Bobby? What did Bobby Kotick say? What did he say to make you guys think he's going to kill that he killed the deal? Y'all is just hoping and wishing y'all can get anything positive, because the past few days of this, y'all been silent. Y'all been silent. All of a sudden, Bobby Kotick go on the stand and say some things, but he didn't really say anything to hurt Microsoft case, in my opinion. He said some things that he was being true. But now y'all, yeah, Bobby Kotick, shut up. I'm sorry.
You're fine. King will be here, guys. Okay, he out there on he fighting the Twitter. When you're on the front line, sometimes it takes some news. Oh, look, here's one of the posters. It's Grace's poster. Nice. She got one for her daughter. Could you do mine too?
Wednesday.
Hey.
That's all you guys are gonna see the rest of the podcast. That's all you're gonna see. What's up, guys? See, look. This is kind of what I felt like.
All right, give me my poster.
That's kind of what I felt like the lawyers to Microsoft was wearing that day. They sitting there with the pose like this. They know what they doing. They know. Got $5 super chat from the Angry Therapist. Shout out to Dirt and Addict. Y'all about to form Blazing Sword. Blazing Swords, man.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
I'm gonna check on King. Hold up. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna call King live on the show. Hold up. Let me make sure I don't bomb his number. We live right now. I'm calling you live on the show.
I'm almost there, man.
He's almost here, guys.
I'm almost there. Ain't no Buck showing up.
Yeah,
so y'all looking
going off
Buck. Buck ain't gonna be there, man.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, we can hear him.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah. No, it's them. They can't hear you. All right, we'll see you when you get here. Me and Dirt just go play around till you get here.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I'm just actually pulling into my driveway right now.
Okay. Yeah, I will say though, when you're general on the front line, we expect you to be on time.
This is true.
All right, man. I'll see you when you get here. All right, peace. We hear Buck. All right. So there's been a lot going on, man. We'll go ahead and because I feel like everything here King to be part of. What have you been playing, Dirt? We're gonna try to have as much time go by. Jax with the $2 super chat. Piece of shit of the week is going in that. I do want to jack a sway from your podcast, though. I've been thinking about it for a while. I want to jack that Metacritic score thing because I think that's fun.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I need your permission before I snatch that
bro.
shit.
Of course, it's fun, man. Yeah, of course.
All right,
man.
so what you been playing, man?
Actually, I went back to a couple of games that was on my backlog. Gotham Knights and Cyberpunk. I've been kind of messing around with those two games. You know, because I still haven't finished Star Wars Jedi Survivor. You know, I was trying to finish the Street Fighter World Tour and all. You know, there's so many games to play, but for some reason I wanted to finish because I believe I'm like halfway through Gotham Knights. I wanted to finish that and also Cyberpunk. So
Yeah, so I've been playing. There's been a couple of things I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 16. It is a great game, but you know, I know people. It's not the end, but it's not a good Final Fantasy game. You know, it kind of like how I felt like Breath of the Wild and Fallout 4. I think I said on IOP. Great game, even maybe a Game of the Year contender, but it's not a good Final Fantasy game. You know, when you compare it to its predecessors, it falls short. All right, so.
Hey, but I heard you get into it with you know, like with a pony on
Persona.
Yeah, about Final Fantasy.
How did you hear about that? Like, you don't have to say names.
No,
like
somebody told me, "Oh man, somebody mentioned." Oh no, somebody put it on Twitter. Like, yo, man, they like Addict get into it with Persona over Final Fantasy 16 while the show was live. So then I went and checked it out. Yeah.
Watch out! Don't let him step on that. Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, look, I actually respect Persona and Jabari as content creators. I don't like their opinions half the time, but they are one of the few people that you look at the What's Up PlayStation. They do generally keep that PlayStation orientated. They don't spend 3 hours talking about what Xbox didn't do or what Xbox did do, or spend the same 3 hours every week talking about it. Jabari's What's Up podcast is a legit PlayStation podcast. And I will recommend it because they do keep it to the. Now, obviously, Jabari and Persona, they PlayStation fanboys. You know, yeah, I'm a little fanboy sometimes, but that particular podcast, I have respect for them because they kind of put that to the side. You know, and if you really think about it, besides like big podcasts like stuff for IGN or something like that, there's no other PlayStation podcast like that.
Yeah.
Can you hear people talking in the background?
Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, I don't have a problem with those guys because, you know, I mean, like, you know, the only problem I have with the only point I have a problem with are ones is always talking shit to me.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, regardless how people feel about, you know, Persona, we go back and forth, but there's no real beef there. You know, there's people I legitimately can't stand.
Yeah.
But Persona and Jabari aren't one of them.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with those.
Yeah, it's just a back and forth thing, you know. And what I do respect is, regardless if I disagree with his opinion on what was going down with the Final Fantasy 16, I respect him knowing he knows what he's talking about Final Fantasy. There's a lot of people that love to come at me sideways that have never really played Final Fantasy like that. Man, King, where are you? Where are you? We're going to start with the Xbox fighting for exclusive games. King will be here eventually. It's just, you know, he taking his time, man. You know, sometimes you know how like the general comes in the back? You know, he comes to the back. And King right now is like the Lord of the Rings thing, where we're sitting there and they're on the top of the hill and we're like, our stronghold's about to get destroyed. All hope looks lost, and King shows up on the horse going back and forth. It was like, today's where we stand. He's just going back with the sword, hitting all the spears back and forth.
Right.
So, $2 super chat from Dollar Knight, smoking on a Sony pack. Did I miss any super chats besides that? No, it doesn't.
No.
So let's talk about this first topic. So we got a topic. Indiana Jones, and it looks like Project Dragon, whatever is the IO Interactive, has been deemed an Xbox exclusive. Now, keep in mind, we don't know if these are like guaranteed or not. You know, these could be old information, but I would willing to guarantee you that these are accurate. You know,
Yeah.
So
I mean, hell, well, the Indiana Jones, P. Hines said that under oath a couple days ago, so that's current information.
yeah, well, no, I'm talking mainly about the Project Dragon from IO
Okay,
Interactive.
fair enough.
It does look like that is an Xbox exclusive. So I thought, this conversation we can finally get going, and what's funny is I said I wasn't going to do timestamps today, and I'm already doing timestamps. $5 super chat for the anger
People
therapist. King putting on the general's outfit. He's probably not going to do anything like that. Oh, it's the first one. Hold up, let me show everyone. Oh, thank you, babe. That looks good. Look at this.
I can't see it.
Back it up a little bit. There we go. There we go.
Glare to it.
It's a me.
Mario. I like this. And what's funny is they sell these things because it's like I said, I'm tired of the OnlyFans background that people claim I have. So you're going to see those in here now. I have another one. I just don't know where it's at. But all right. So with all that going on, we're seeing more and more games coming as an Xbox exclusive. Do you think that they did hear us when they said we want more original content that mainly is only on Xbox?
Absolutely, man. And you know what's so crazy with you? Like when you hearing some of the behind the scenes stuff that Xbox had to do with Bethesda, man, that stuff is crazy how PlayStation was out here buying these exclusives. And you know what? Fair enough. That's business. It is what it is. But for Xbox to even compete with that, they had to buy the whole damn company, man. They had to buy the whole company. PlayStation was trying to, they made Deathloop exclusive. They made Ghostwire Tokyo exclusive, and they were trying to make Starfield exclusive. Now, we heard that rumor before, but we got official confirmation that PlayStation was trying to make that game exclusive. So Xbox had to do what they had to do. Just like when Phil Spencer said, with Indiana Jones, he wanted the fans, us Xbox fans, to have an exclusive game outside of gaming, meaning a movie franchise, kind of how like Sony has Spider-Man. That's why they made the deal to make Indiana Jones exclusive. So yeah, man, Xbox know they needed exclusives. We wanted big exclusives like, Spider-Man, but it's obviously not a superhero, but Indiana Jones is still a pretty big IP. So, it's some good stuff, man. You're on mute.
I do think that Microsoft is showing that, we're working on this. You could definitely argue that Microsoft's first-party output's been, very lackluster the past couple of years. Even in 2021, that was a great year for Microsoft, but in terms of exclusive content, it was still lacking because everything was multi-plat. The reason that it was so good for them as a publisher is because even though it was multi-plat, they were making quality games that year. With Wasteland 3, Deathloop, they really pushed forward with that. The majority of their games were 85 and above that year.
Yeah, it was. And like Psychonauts and Halo and Forza. Yeah, they had some quality stuff that year.
First off, shout out to over 350 people in the chat. And King ain't even here yet, man. King ain't even here. You guys are in there. Hit that like button, guys. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up before I lock General King behind a paywall. What's funny? I'm doing this new thing on ILP where I'm pretty much like forbidding King to do his personalities until we get a certain amount of likes.
Oh wow.
It's working. It's working phenomenal though. Like it really is. It's like, and it's like a little joke thing. What's funny? Oh, here we go. Someone has joined the building.
I'm so sorry, guys. I do apologize.
No, you don't gotta apologize. We know the amount of work it takes to run the front lines is not. It takes a lot. Man. We know that. So what's going on,
man,
King?
I'm swimming and I had to swim over here in Sony tears.
Sony tears. Was it?
You didn't drown, did you? Because it was like.
Nah.
I know it's pretty deep, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was up to my neck. Pause. And
he's just doing backstrokes up the Sony tears.
Being that I'm chunky, I got a good buoyancy. You heard? Addict. I love those headphones.
Oh, you know how like they always be making fun of my quote unquote OnlyFans background?
Yeah. What you did?
Look, I went and got these. This is one of them.
Peaches, peaches, peaches.
It's the Mario. I have another one, but it's not in there yet.
See, we play nice with Nintendo because Nintendo don't play nice with y'all.
So what I was
Lovely.
thinking is, I'll buy them throughout, and I'll just replace them. Like I'll put these in like the closet, and
Yo, I got a Halo one that I can send you. That's dope as
Oh,
hell.
that's what's up.
I got a lot. I got Jaws. I got a lot of them. I haven't put them up because I don't have space.
yeah, you see, but you don't really. You know what's funny? If you took everything out of King's, he would look more like an OnlyFans Cav than I would. Like the
this
white wall,
definitely-
but when you got all the statues, it helps, man. It definitely helps.
This would really look like an OnlyFans basement, like shooting scene, son. Son, well, you know, we sign out of work ponies.
Oh,
Cause y'all gonna be out of job in a second, baby.
ooh. Hey man, they gotta have something to do, don't they?
Oh man, well listen, we gonna put them to work, man. We got contracts. We got 10-year contracts. We having them sign.
Oh man.
It's like you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer's handing out 10-year contracts for all ponies. I don't want to sign. Don't you buck
Yeah,
up.
you imagine. Imagine if people got as petty as like if like a corporation like Microsoft did J-Dub stuff on Twitter, like the pony contract and stuff, where they're literally handing out bags to go to do nothing but shell. Like
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
If these dudes wasn't as sensitive as they are right now, you know, because remember back in the days, you know, that those commercials was really, you know, a little racy. Like Sony's commercials.
Yeah, yeah.
had that
Especially that
comedian.
PS3. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they were out there, you know, and I miss those days. You know, Nintendo, those things is now we're forced to play nice. You know, now everybody get a participation trophy. No,
Yeah.
you knew exactly where you were in the pecking order, bro.
They
You
was
knew
aggressive, bro.
first or last. You know, you knew if you were second or third. We had a console market where we supported, what was it, 4 or 5 different consoles at one time. You don't remember that? Game Gear was a separate console. Game Boy was a separate console. You had Turbo Graphics. You had Nintendo.
The Genesis, yeah.
And you had Sega. And then you had Neo Geo, the high-end joints. You had 3DO. You had all these at the market at one time. And Atari Jaguar.
Yep.
You know, we had all these at the market. Yeah, some dudes fell off, but it was a competition. It was real competition. You don't remember going out and getting the same video game on multiple platforms, and whoever had the best one, they just won. Like Nintendo had the best sound with their Street Fighter. The graphics
Hey.
were a bit crunchy. Remember that?
Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
The Genesis version was cool,
Yes.
but then I played the Super Nintendo version. Oh, that version is way better, bro.
The Super Nintendo version was way better, but the sweat though. It was
No,
like,
no,
nah,
that's
I'm gonna get
part
murdered.
one. That's part
Oh,
one.
you mean all your part two?
I'm
when
talking
they
about,
decided
yeah, I'm
when
talking
they
about part
bend the
2.
knee.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
talking about part 2.
look what I'm.
What you got? What you got going on? Oh, you saw my joint. You copied my joint. You saw me when I posted my dog. My dog was up there. I did a Patreon for XCast, and my dog is up there because my dog, you know, she's down in the basement. She was sniffing my ankle like, "What you doing, Daddy?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm on the show."
Yeah, we're watching my sister's dog.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Has that dog showed you their pettiness yet?
No. Are you talking about because it's a husky?
Yeah. Huskies are the pettiest
I haven't
dogs
really
in the world.
got pettiness from this husky yet, but I know what you're talking about. It exists. It definitely
Yeah,
exists.
They do. They take a poop in your sneaker and all that. They
Oh,
kinda
man.
crazy. Yeah, they kind of crazy. They outside with it. They
Yes.
outside.
So King,
Yes, sir.
you know, we got the first off. I want to explain to you what I say dirt is in the community. I say because you know how dirt he's very you know he spawns off. You know we we are a safe space for Xbox people. You know, he laughs. He's like, we got this echo chamber going on. And I was like, this is what's happened. Okay, King and IOP's the front line. We got the shields up, the spears. I was like, Dirt, he's in the second line. He got the archers. Dirt's going in front of us, and it's like Dirt's going in front of us, and he's like, release the arrows.
Yeah, I definitely watch his show, and I definitely get the. I'm gonna tell you, man, I got to give you your flowers now, because even though we have each other's contact and all that other stuff, brother, what lane you've carved out for yourself and the level of success that you're having, it's beautiful to see.
Thank you, brother.
Beautiful to see, because it's all you. It's all your own. Like you're not being anybody else. You're being you. And it's authentic, and it's great to see. Because you say a lot of stuff that I wish I could say.
Yeah.
I just got to be creative with how I got to say it. But that POS, I love that, man.
That's why I'm always like at the end of the show, I'm like, dude, don't just put your stuff in there once. I want you to spam that chat. They got to know where you are.
Yeah, man, they got to see it. I see his chat 500 strong, 600 strong. My man rocking. I just go in there, put the thumbs up, and like, I'll listen to it later. My man doing his thing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah, we got $5 super chat from Panic is Boss. That's a crazy name. Hopefully the RS brings us a bigger tax return after the FTC has been wasting our money for the past 18 years.
18 months.
You about to get those savings is not going to be passed upon you.
All right, so what we were talking about when you popped in is we're talking about Xbox seems to have been like way more aggressive in the PlayStation exclusive content stuff, with Indiana Jones its stuff being redone. It's still being redone, and we're seeing, Project Dragon. I'll interact and confirm an Xbox exclusive what it looks like. What is your opinion on that? Do you think that that's definitely one of the things Microsoft is going towards?
Yeah. You still think feel nice?
Mm-hmm. Tell him, King.
Yeah, still think he Mr. Nice Guy. He want to y'all that kumbaya stuff that y'all was kicking around and kicking that can down the street. He ain't no Dominus. He ain't no Maximus. He ain't a realist. He kicking the can down the street. Y'all see the facts and the paperwork. Oh boy, sick and tired of being sick and tired. You ain't gonna smack somebody for so long for them to turn around and say, you know what? All right, you want to play with dirty? We gonna play dirty.
Right.
And that's why he tell you, hold on, wait a second. That's why I'm telling you to hold on. Because I already know what old boy have cooking. I already know certain stuff that was cooking. So when y'all surprised, like, oh, he's doing that. Yeah, he doing that. He trying to do
Let's say cut your mic up, King.
Turn my mic up?
That's what the chat's saying.
Yeah, YouTube's messing up a little bit right now in general, but keep talking while I look at it.
Hold on. I got you. Hold on. There we go.
We don't want to miss a word.
There we go. That's good right there. Let me know if it's better, chat. Put a 1 in the chat if it's better. Let me know. Get this mic right here. Y'all want me to talk Barry White style into the mic? It's just the fact that this dude is trying to win.
1 second.
He don't even like to be compared to his contemporaries. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like to be compared to Peter Moore, because everybody sits there and say, "Oh, the 360 is the best era of Xbox." He said, "I beg to differ, B. I beg to differ. Right now we got more popping. We got more subscribers. We got more people going on, and we're making more revenue. Right. Like, don't overlook what I'm doing and then give me my flowers when I'm gone. Don't know. Give it to me now. On the face of Mount Rushmore, B, I'm the face. And it's that competitive nature that I saw in him in order for me to back the dude in this manner. I know he's going to do what he got to do. By hook or crook, B, he's trying to win. He's not trying. He said, yo, there. One of the joints was like, I want to buy Sony. Like,
yeah.
I said, that's the dude I'm talking about. He want to go in the building. I told you before, he want to buy them and throw everybody out. Get out. I told you, so y'all be acting like this energy that I have is energy that is misplaced. Oh, Ken, you backing the wrong horse. No, I'm backing the right horse because that horse got cash. And let you slip up once, he going to slide right in the door. Remember, Bobby was acting a fool before that. Bobby came in there with a, I got an offer you can't refuse type of thing. He had the thug and Debo, my dude. My dude was like, all right, all that stuff came out. The stock started plummeting. What up, B? Guess who's back?
Right.
Guess who's back? Yeah. And I'm gonna put an offer you can't refuse. And from what we see, Bobby is all about the bread. Bobby don't want no Game Pass. Bobby don't want none of that. Bobby want a nickel and dime the consumer as much as he possibly can. He thinks Game Pass is not conducive to making any real inroads in cash. That's all Bobby care about. Don't care about nothing else. Phil knows that, used that against him, and Bobby said, "No, I would have never sold to them. But the board, I'm beholden to the board." No, Bobby, the truth of the matter is you did a lot of egregious things under your watch. You were being kicked out, Bobby, and they wanted to have a better face. The better face is Phil. The same face you disrespected, the same face that you said, "Nah, we're going to charge you more." The same face for the same brick, we're going to charge you more. Why? Because we can. Why? Because you need us. Well, Bobby, you need us now. So you take the stand and you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do, and you get this over the line so we can do what we got to do. And you're going to take that little golden parachute and get the hell up out of here. And that's what happens. This is how cutthroat my man is when it comes to situation, when it comes to doing these deals. So you're going to see a lot more of it. He want to buy Square.
Yeah.
It's sick and tired of being sick and tired. Y'all sort of rise. Y'all made him bad.
He's King, he's fed up of it. He's fed up with this mess, bro.
What happens when a rich dude is fed up? He buy the house next to you and kick you out.
Yeah.
Plays music all night long for you to quit. He's that dude, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm about all of this. This is so much fun.
King, bro, like the whole story about, with Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo. Phil said, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all trying to, okay, y'all got those games as timed exclusives. Now y'all trying to get this game Starfield. Phil knew Starfield was going to be special, right? Phil said, hold on, wait a minute now. Y'all are already the market leader. Now y'all are taking games away from us. Big games. Okay, you know what? We're just going to buy the company. I'm tired of this foolishness.
Yep.
I'm tired of y'all playing this game. No, we're going to buy the company. And Phil admitted that because of them being third place, sometimes it's more expensive to get a timed exclusive because some of the companies don't want to do it because they're the third place. So Phil said, I just buy the whole company.
Because it turns into, we become the face of your company. Like your brand represents our brand. If your brand is in third place, then we're representing third place. People don't know what the cachet that comes with being in first place. People really don't understand, like, you get tax breaks. You get leniency in certain things because they know that your product is going to sell, or they assume that your product is going to sell over there.
Right.
If they say, "Oh, we're backing a failing horse," then that doesn't lead to good deal, good negotiation, right? Because you're coming in from a position of weakness. This is business. This is capitalism. You have to understand, if you're not first, then you're definitely last. And when you last, you got to take what you can take.
Right.
And what they're trying to do, like, Pacta, I got a shout out Michael Pacta, because I've been ringing this bell for a long time, but he actually said it on Destin show. Microsoft doesn't care about the point of sale. They want to grow Game Pass from 25 million to 250 million. Because that's where the money is. You see, Jim realizes that as well. That's why he told y'all wasn't enough. Y'all don't understand business. You're not enough. This is the reason why he's going to games of a service. That business model lends to what he wants to do. If you look at the paperwork even says it. He wants to monetize the existent fan base to the extent that he can make triple what he's making now. Right, so he wants to give you games that have season passes. He wants to give you games that have DLC. He wants to give you games. That's why I told y'all when I told you God of War was one complete game and he split it into two on purpose, dude just like, no, he didn't. Dude, it's the same damn assets. I saw Asgard there. I'm not able to get to Asgard. Why is that? You don't see, when you send out a complete game, you won't have incomplete things there. You will have a complete story because game publishers and game developers don't know if the project will continue. So let's finish it. Right? They finish a complete project. They don't leave you on a cliffhanger. When you're leaving somebody on a cliffhanger, that means that you knew it was going to be this, and you cut it off here, and you slid that out the door because you was going to sell it to him again. So what he did was take a $70 project and sold it to you for $140. He got that money, and then whatever other stuff that you brought that was there, or whatever, you did that. So you can't fault the man for his business acronym, but you got to fault the man for having a service and telling you he don't believe in services. So you'll never see Day and Date. Shout out to Matt Booty for doing what he do. You know, everybody wanted me to give Matt a name. How did you feel about Matt standing up and bucking up against Phil and everybody else with Day and Date inside Game Pass? And you're going to stay the course. We're not going back. You're going to stick the course on this. Matt stood up because everybody thinks Matt is quiet and meek, but Matt stood up for us. So how did you feel about that, Dirt?
I felt that well, like, first let me say this. When people are in these positions like a Matt Booty or Phil Spencer, they can't be a soft, right? You know, people depend on them. They have to give direction. So sometimes I think people want, I don't know what people expect Phil Spencer or Matt Booty to do, go up there, smack somebody or something. No, that's not going to happen. But these guys are not timid. They're not soft. They're the authority figures at a huge company, one of the top 3 companies in the world. But back to what you said, I appreciate Matt Booty doing that. Saying, no, we made this decision. Let's stand on it. No, there's no going back. There's no flip-flopping. We can handle it. You know what I'm saying? And he also knows that Game Pass Day and Day is, for me personally, I can't speak for everybody else, but that's one of the biggest reasons it's the best service in the world to me. You know, as far as gaming, bro, these games are dropping day 1 in there. So yeah, I appreciate Matt Booty saying that and standing on his tool, say, yo, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, because it wouldn't change it from being what PlayStation Premium is. You know, it would be the same thing. It'd be the same thing.
Yep.
Right. And what new are you bringing to the table? That changes the dynamic, right? And it also shows, and because I would love to see the metrics that games do sell. I saw people posting they got the consolation edition for Starfield and all that other stuff that goes along with it. Me personally, you have to prove yourself to me. Me, I have to play your game and then I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna give them that bucks. I'm gonna pay for it, you know, because me being in the service is payment enough. Me making that commitment that, oh, I'm gonna have a year subscription, that's payment enough. You know, then the games do come in there, and then sometimes when I see games leaving, and I say, you know what, nah, let me buy that. They got me with that Yakuza stuff because I thought it was leaving and not coming back. I was like, oh yeah, I got it.
It came right back a couple weeks later.
I was like, oh, Phil, you done did it again, bro.
They just had to renew that.
But it's the Sega thing.
Yeah,
it's people gotta realize that, and I know y'all love your plastic box. Shout out to you ponies that love your plastic box. You love it. I'm not really a fan of the plastic box itself, right? I want revenge. I don't care what anybody say. Y'all can take it how you want to take it. I'm just picking the biggest bully in the park, the one that y'all thought is stupid. He ain't, okay? I just picked the biggest bully that I know that can get you up out of there because I know exactly who you are. You formidable. I'm not saying that you're not, but you're not the same. You got a little fat. You got a little old. Your jab ain't looking the same. Your right hand slipping. Your footwork ain't good. And you're still arrogant like you're young, but you're not that dude no more.
Right.
And this dude young and he hungry. I understand exactly what's going to happen here. So I'm backing that dude. But I got everybody. I just choose to game here because I think the ecosystem is a little bit better. You guys got to really understand, this is the time where you're supposed to fight now. You PlayStation dudes got to see all that stuff that Jim is saying. It don't bode well for you as a consumer. You can't keep telling me that, yeah, we buy our games here. That is nothing to puff your chest out about.
Nothing at all.
All right, because back in the days, we would go to the arcades with a string on our finger with a quarter, with a hole in it. And I'd be in there going,
what? Oh, wow.
I had 500 credits inside Miss Pac-Man. I'm saying,
what?
Hey,
I never thought of that before.
We did that. We had slugs. We did everything. Gamers, we are cheap by nature. right? We want to. That's why you think we emulate. Why we do these things? Because we're cheap by nature. So don't tell me that you're sticking out your chest that you brought a game. You're doing that because you have no other recourse. Say that part, but hold their feet to the fire. Demand day and date. Demand that service that you paid for to be of value, because a lot of dudes use it as, oh, that's extra. I got that. That's there. No. Demand better.
Nice.
Yeah,
Talk at it.
I hear you. I feel the same way. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It keeps saying it's not receiving enough. It'll straighten out here in a second. You know, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the amount of studios that Xbox is trying to buy or have bought is absolutely insane. And I want to hear from you, King, about the list. We're gonna call it the list. And what you feel about it?
I always knew that he would do that. Like, he would do scorched earth. You know, he was really pissed off with Street Fighter missing the platform. You know, you had a whole generation where Street Fighter didn't get to the Xbox platform. Street Fighter 5 missed the Xbox One. And that within itself should give you Street Fighters for everyone. Mortal Kombat's for everyone. Play by the rules. Sony started switching up the rules when they became the dominant high-tech piece in the space. Remember, Microsoft and Xbox are too high-tech. That's why they look at Nintendo like their 8th generation, and then not 9th generation, but the 8th generation. Because they say that it's rudimentary tech that's inside the box. When you are the leader in the tech space, and then you're the market leader, not saying that their tech is superior to Microsoft, is comparable. They have just differentiating things. They start dictating pace to all these developers, and they tell them, well, we want this exclusive. Are you going to tell the market leader no? When they come in there with a big enough bag just to cover the Microsoft portion?
Yeah.
Because that's basically what you're doing. You're like, all right, so I'm going to give you X amount of dollars that you would have performed on Microsoft estimates. You come in there with the analysis of the forecast of the prediction of the game. And they go in there and they pay Microsoft share. Now you can skip the platform. We gave you the money. Here, we want this exclusive. Not timed exclusive. We want it exclusive. And it was going to do that with Starfield. So, yeah, we want IO Entertainment. I told people that. They want Crystal Diamond. I told you that. They wanted that the mobile the group, the Zynga that Take-Two went and purchased.
Yep, Zynga, yeah.
Right? Because they looked at ABK as a better, fit, like you would, because Rod Ferguson and Mikey Barra isn't over there for no reason. You start doing the math, all right, and then and then King there. King works a little bit not better than Zynga, but as well. Right? And you go get that, and then you go get Sega. There's a reason why Sega went out and got the Angry Birds people.
Right.
They know they next in line to get purchased. So we're gonna bolster up your mobile when we do get purchased. So you're just not buying Sega, you also buying the mobile. Right?
Yep.
It's strategy involved. There's conversations that are being had. And Microsoft is not going to be complacent with being third. Not Phil, not Satya, damn sure not Matt Booty, and not Sarah Bond, and Aaron Greenberg. The whole Microsoft, they want to win.
Of course they do. Absolutely.
So much years of losing and pouring your sweat tears into something. They want to win. So there, the end is coming. And I seen that list. That's crazy as hell.
It's crazy, bro.
But I'm happy. I'm happy that.
What's a smaller list is the companies they didn't try to buy, or at least consider trying to buy.
Yeah,
because they won it square.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to put your games here? Buy your ass.
It's ours.
I'm about that life. I'm about that life. I'm about that life so much because it shows a willingness to compete on a level that other people aren't willing to compete, or they can't. Matt Booty in his text said, we'll spend him out of business. I love that guy. I love that guy. Y'all thought he was weak. Every time y'all think somebody is weak, y'all find out he ain't that weak, dude.
Yeah.
Matt didn't get in his position. Phil went out and got the shooter. You don't want the shooter? I go get the shooter.
Right.
You don't want? I go off. Beanie Siegel, 50 Cent. Go look up that song. That's
yeah,
Matt
I know the song
Booty.
you're
He
talking
the
about.
shooter. Y'all
Yep.
want Matt Booty's name? Matt the Shooter Booty.
All right, so we got $2. We got a $2 super chat from Dragonheart, baby. Hashtag peace, love, life, lords, and dirt. We holding the line. Another super
what's up,
chat from them,
Dragonheart?
$2. High on life dev team enjoyed Xbox third place via Game Pass. Then we got a
I gotta say something.
$2 super chat
Dragonheart
from
Yogi.
the Angry Therapist. Game Pass mobile next up. That'd be
This is
crazy.
true.
Interesting.
I just want to say to Dragonheart Yobi, I love you. I owe you dinner.
That's the homie, man.
You owe me dinner too.
He does things in the background, guys, that y'all have no idea, and the guy doesn't do it for anything but being just a great guy.
Yep,
So,
he's a great guy.
Got
man.
a $2 super chat from the Angry Therapist. A lag. Jim trying to stop the show. Another $2 super chat for the Angry Therapist. Bobby about the short term, not the long term. And we're about to get into that because there's some stuff that we could talk about when it comes to Jim Ryan in this courtroom because it's crazy. First thing, let's go over to Dirt Griggity. Dirt, tell me what you think about this giant list of studios. And if you had the list, you could read a couple of them and see highlights for you.
I didn't have it up, but hey, man, I remember seeing Sony on there. I remember seeing Square Enix. Yeah, it just goes to show you that when Xbox made a decision, we are going to compete. We're going to be aggressive. We're tired of PlayStation doing what they want to do in the industry. Because of the position Xbox was in, they couldn't get certain things. Marketing deals, they don't get many marketing deals. PlayStation gets all the marketing deals. And, this case has opened a lot of stuff, exposed a lot of information we really wouldn't know. I remember hearing Sarah Bond say the marketing deals, there was sometimes Xbox couldn't even mention Call of Duty except for on Xbox website or something like that. And I'm like, damn, they weren't playing. So Xbox had to get aggressive. And they said,
Destiny too. Destiny, they couldn't even mention it was on the platform.
Also, Hogwarts Legacy, right? Those are 3 games in particular where they cannot mention it anywhere outside of Xbox own website. And I said, wow, that's crazy. So it's at the point where Xbox said, okay, you guys are already winning, but now you're trying to prevent us from competing at a level we want to compete.
I do want to bring up the super chat. I'm going to go ahead and read the one before it just to get to it. P-Lump from $2 super chat. Hold the line, Dirt. I took your model POS. We got $5 super chat from Derek Margaret. I don't know, man. If I butchered it, we moving right past that though. That list.
Oh no, Dirk McGurk.
Dirk McGurk. There you go.
Yeah.
You got to thank Dirt for that because I wasn't gonna try. That list made public might get studios to call Phil and see about being purchased. It's a buyer's market, and Xbox won't be left out. That's interesting, and he's 100% right on that.
Absolutely.
Well, a lot of people are upset that they didn't get the call.
Yeah, man. It was like, damn, why they ain't call us?
Why ain't on the list?
Hey, yo. King and Natalie, this is what I always say, right? When the PlayStation fanboys talk about organic growth and all that stuff, I use an analogy. I say, look, if you're homeless, right, and you need a house ASAP, you come into some money, would you have a house built from the ground up, or would you go purchase a home? Because now you're homeless now, right? You need right. You would go purchase a home, right? So
anybody with common sense.
So these guys, we know Xbox needed studios, they needed new IPs, they needed games, they needed things for Xbox Game Pass, and their first party. So these guys, that's not organic growth. And I believe, come on now, stop it. They had to get content ASAP.
I say this: people's jobs are on the line.
Yeah.
All right, they don't have enough time to sit there and wait for studios to ramp up and make games. See what somebody is making, see what they have in the cooker, and then you go over there and you be like, all right, let's make a deal, get the company, get this, that, and the third, and those games are that close to being released,
Yep.
right? So, how long ago did they announce Starfield before Starfield was, ready to be released? I think it was like, what, 4 or 5 years
Yeah, it was 2018,
prior?
I believe.
Right. So
Yeah, 2018.
those years that it was, okay, now we purchased them that's closer to release.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Phil and Todd Howard is really cool. So Todd's telling Phil about this amazing game that he's working on and all the stuff, and it's going to change the way that, like how Skyrim was and how Fallout is, and
Mhm.
doing all these things, and it's amazing. The world is going to be bananas, and you can get to do this, and you can get to do this, and this is I'm making my greatest work. And you like, man, that's dope, man. It's gonna be on everybody joint, you smile, and then you find out that this dude trying to do this again.
Right.
Oh, hell no. Not gonna happen, man. Nah, we already saw how Skyrim and Oblivion and these games and Fallout changed the industry.
Mm-hmm.
It changed how you looked at Western RPGs and made them able to compete with the Final Fantasies and the Personas and the Suikodens and all these other Japanese RPGs, the E's, Y's, Book 1 and 2 and stuff like that. Dragon Quest. Todd single-handedly pushed us into that arena. Phil wasn't gonna let that game go.
Facts.
Not like that. And it's gonna be exclusive because you've been doing dirty business for a long time. You're not gonna get it. And y'all still to this day don't believe, it's gonna happen. So you think that this trial is gonna get that game freed to y'all. So does Jim. It's not.
Yeah. Hey, can I say something right quick? This is a guy in the chat, Marquise Johnson. He's kind of roasting my analogy. I don't think you understood my analogy. I'm not saying Xbox is homeless, dude. I'm saying Xbox needed games. Xbox needed content as soon as possible. They don't have the luxury to wait for 25 studios to build games from the ground up at the same time. They have a studio that was built from the ground up, and look how long it's taking them to release a game, even show the game. So for people to say, y'all, this isn't organic growth. It's BS. It's BS.
I don't care. I don't care if they go out and buy Street Fighter right now. I don't care. It's an Xbox game. I don't care if they went out and brought Street Fighter. If they brought Capcom today and on the box, the next box is shipping out. It says Microsoft Studios, Capcom deliver Street Fighter. That is an Xbox game.
And you gonna claim it.
And I don't give a damn how you feel.
Facts.
All right, so
and I hope they make it exclusive. I hope they shut off your servers.
So here is the list of the studios that Microsoft was going to potentially buy. Well, they had this meeting. It's not like they were going to buy them. So here's individual developers. Actually, let me just go ahead and share this screen because let's all see it. Gather around, everybody. We're gonna.
Don't treat it like a Sony email. Let everybody see it. Yo!
Goodness, bro. That's everybody in the industry, ain't it?
He said, who's outside? Buy the world.
All right, I can't share it like that because it stops them from seeing us. But what I'll do, so everyone can see everything, is I'm going to show this.
Gonna email it to you, like Jim did, because he don't know how to CC anything. Your man piss poor at CCing, son.
and they don't know how to make things redacted either. I see.
That was dope.
They use a Sharpie.
Your boy Chris. Single-handedly took y'all.
All right, so here's the list. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna send you guys this link so you can bring it up on your.
Oh, it's just a black screen, bro.
Yeah, well, it is.
Yeah, that was that. I saw that. Yeah.
So here's the list. I sent it to you guys on Zoom.
Okay.
All right. So if you look at this, we got 11-Bit Studio 4A Games. They're the people that make the Metro games. Asbo Studio, obviously we know who those are. Avalanche Studio, Behavior Interactive, Blackbird Interactive, Blooper Team, Let's go to the ones I know. I'm not going to read through all these. I don't know half of these. Bungie, CD Projekt Red, Deck 13. Is Devolver Digital on it? Yeah, it's still.
Yeah,
what's
that?
Ember Labs.
What's
whole
funny
industry.
is
From
When
Software's on here.
when all those jokes was coming out that Microsoft is buying that and I heard this, all those guys was right.
Right.
all those guys that y'all was clowning on, talking about his information is always wrong. He's right as hell.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, People Can Fly, Level 5, IO Interactive, House Marquee.
Yeah, we try to get you a Returnal, son.
Yeah. We got a bunch of different ones here.
Man,
What's
it's
interesting?
damn near the whole industry. Damn
Yeah,
near.
let's go to the publishers real quick. 505 Games, which they probably own a bunch of the games that 4A makes. You got Devolver Digital, Focus Home Interactive, Media Indie Exchange, Raw Fury, Sega, and Team 17. Team 17 and that's pretty much the whole. If they would have bought just two of those, that's like the entire indie industry almost.
Yep.
So
Wow.
what do you guys feel about this list, man? I'm curious.
I love
to
it.
hear you guys'
I love it too, man.
I love it. I want that. Like I saw this one pony crying online, right? And he talk about Microsoft is gonna destroy my gaming. I've been a gamer for 38 years, and they're gonna destroy it. And how will they destroy it? By putting out piss poor games or whatever the hell. And I see guys shaking their fists. How that Gran Turismo treating you? But King, shut up, man. You just like it when the dude that you like is beating you up. You like him. That's it. I want the dude I like to beat you up. So nah, I'm down for that.
Man.
I'm down for that. My ROG ally needs more games.
All right, so let me look through. Let me get these super chats real quick. First off, shout out to 780 people in the chat right now. Hit that like button, you guys. Look, the shirt I got. I saw a couple people comment on it. Is Demon Slayer. I do have this shirt. I'm starting to get like a crazy amount of anime shirts. It's ridiculous. See, I have nothing but IOP shirts, like 3 dress shirts, and nothing else but anime shirts. Like
All I wear is IOP. That's it.
yeah. So $2 super chat from Alvin. Sony COD marketing ends this year, 2024. Call of Duty equals Xbox.
I was going to address that.
$5 super chat from Jay Rumpert, Bert or whatever. Did y'all see the Call of Duty accounted for almost half of Sony's revenue? That'll change if this still goes through, and that's exactly why they trying to stop him.
Yeah.
$5 super chat from Spartan 661. The trivia of gaming in the house, Xbox is on its way to the show. The casual gamers, what they can do. Addict, Dirt and King, all you guys are awesome. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We got a member chat from Sofa King. He's been a member for 3 months. Appreciate the support, man. Hey, yo, King and Addict and Dirt. Pour one out for our tax dollars. Jokers got smoked today. Rest in peace, FTC. $2 super chat from Cowweb. Miss Broach, who's next? Phil, everybody's next.
Yeah, ain't nobody safe, bruh. He Candy Man.
All right, so let's back it up a little bit. All right, so I think we know what's going on there. Microsoft, I'd be curious to see who actually was approached. You know what I'm saying? Like who
heard they were talking to Bungie. We heard they was actually talking to Bungie.
I can confirm.
Bungie said
I can confirm they were talking to Bungie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was talking, but Bungie was talking that stupidness, talking about Marathon being for the streets.
Yeah.
And, Phil ain't and then you got a chance to see the reason why they didn't get him.
Now you see, you can see now.
First of all, you for the streets. Second of all, the amount of money that Destiny commands, the overhead he said was too much. You outpace your worth. Like you aren't worth that much money, right? Because you outpace the worth. So the $3 billion. You gotta look at it, because I know people is like, oh, they sold for $3 billion. That was kind of cheap. It was kind of cheap, to be honest with you, right? But we don't know what billions is. Like I've never seen a billion in my bank account, but but 3 billion, and y'all see how everybody else is selling. Y'all like that's kind of cheap for Bungie.
Mm.
Bungie's gonna outpace that 3 billion within the next 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
So Marathon has to hit, right? If Marathon doesn't hit, their ROI is going to be at a loss, and you might see Bungie and Sony separate. It's going to be if Marathon does not become a smash runaway hit from the beginning, and the Destiny community doesn't flock over to Marathon, and they don't get that retainership in a fan base, you might see Sony and them split ways, because then the juice ain't worth the squeeze. It's not worth it. Yeah, and Sony would have already gotten everything that they needed out of Bungie, is the expertise,
right?
Games of service up and running. Yep. So right now, during this period of time, they're having them oversee why. This is why you ain't see factions, right? They go check out this game, go check out this game, go see if this game is up to snuff. What would you change? So they're gonna milk them until they can get everything they get out of it, and then if Marathon doesn't hit, don't be surprised if you don't see a separation of the ways,
right,
from those two companies, because Bungie costs too much. She's high priced. Like her hair and nails is crazy.
And King, Bungie has a history of calling it quits on their significant other, right?
Yeah. If
Microsoft, Activision, we out.
If you don't take her out, you don't do what you're supposed to do. Like she ain't about that. She ain't sticking around. And
she's high maintenance.
Was crazy. Yo, she's crazy high maintenance.
Yeah, man. And I feel, obviously we don't know, but I know you guys heard some things. But it just seemed like Xbox was like, nah, you ain't even worth all that.
Yeah,
you ain't worth all that.
The first people they went to was Microsoft.
Yeah.
They would have been there if after seeing that list, Phil was in the mode of buying.
Mm-hmm.
And it made the perfect sense for them to go to Microsoft. But obviously, they just looked at it, and after dealing with a chick, what her do's and don'ts are.
Right.
And you understand it. So if you're going back to a relationship that you was already in, you look at what made you separate from the beginning. And he was like, nah, man, I see all that same stuff cropping up again. I'm good, boo. Love you, man. We had some good times, and we remember it as that.
Yeah.
I can go into the photo album and look at our wedding date, that halo, baby. It was great. We had 3 good years, boo-boo. All right, now go on with yourself.
go on, do me a favor, baby. Go on, get out of here.
Yeah, go on now. Go to your new man. Don't call me no more.
Member chats before we move on to the main event of the evening. We got a $2 2-member chat from Alvin. He's been a member for 11 months. He's almost there for that year, King. Sony first party only counts for 15% of their revenue. Somebody been lying. What?
Told me about that. Jim been lying, bro. Jim been telling the truth, though. He ain't lie. He told the truth. He told
$10 super chat from DXX. Warzone Mobile isn't even out yet, so Sony doesn't want another successful mobile under Microsoft. They won't see a dime of that.
Facts.
So, for those of you that know, we are about to... the FTC right now, they're going to war with Microsoft over this acquisition. There's been a lot of back and forth. What I want from you guys is, Dirt said he has a couple of his quotes. I'm pretty sure. Did you say you found a couple of his quotes?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yeah, so we're going to go to Dirt first. He's going to break it down, some of these quotes, and then we're going to talk about this, because King, this is the definition of salt. So Dirt, break it down for
us. I love when one of Microsoft lawyers asked Jim Ryan, because Jim Ryan, he was acting real. I don't know what's the word, what's the adjective to describe how he was acting. But when she asked him, so Jim, if you were running Xbox, would you make Activision Blizzard games exclusive? And Jim Ryan said, that's a hypothetical question. I'll choose not to answer. That right there tells you all you need to know. That right there tells me the answer is yes. He was out here crying about what Microsoft is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And when she asked that question, now Jim Ryan knows he's under oath. Even though he's not in the building, he's under oath.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hypothetical question. I'll choose not to answer it.
I plead the fifth.
That's pretty much what he's saying. It's pretty much what he's saying. Then he also said that that email that came out and where Jim Ryan said that Game Pass, that Call of Duty play like Microsoft, my Activision Blizzard is not about Call of Duty exclusivity.
Yep.
He said it. It's in the documents. Email clear as day. He said we'll be okay. I'm paraphrasing here because I don't know why I thought I had the exact quote, but he said we'll be okay. It's a play.
Be more than okay.
Yeah, we'd be more than okay. It's not about exclusivity. It's a mobile.
They'll
play.
be fine.
So what happened? What happened?
You know what I love about this, Dirt?
If
you go and listen to this, how many this dude, you would think this dude's Kid Smooth saying all the time, constantly and then there's one time the lawyer asked him a question, and he took so long to answer that the lawyer re-asked him the same question.
Because he thought he fell asleep.
No, because what it is his lawyer is telling him what he should say. So that's why there's that thing going on between the two, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and let me say this right quick before you go, King. But the one that I love was when Jim Ryan said that PlayStation first-party games only account for 15% of SIE's profits.
That's right.
But hey, King, but they told me it's about them bangers. I actually had
Who told you?
You know who told me that?
Jim ain't say that.
No, Jim definitely didn't say that.
Jim said they ain't enough.
I actually have King. I actually have a receipt of a PlayStation fanboy. We were talking on Twitter, and he told me, "You're stupid, Dirt. PlayStation exclusives make PlayStation all the money. Call of Duty means nothing." I still have that receipt. I'm not going to say who it was, but I have that receipt, Jesse, just in case he ever say anything to me. So, yeah, man. There's just a few things I have wrote down that interest me, but there's plenty more. Now, King, why? Now, you said that you know why Jim changed his tune. Because initially, he was like, yo, this is not about Call of Duty being exclusive. This is a play for mobile for Microsoft. What made him all of a sudden start crying throughout the year?
Let me set the scene.
Okay.
Phil and Bobby was talking. Bobby was talking about what was going on with his situation, and it was like, and it came to agreement. The board is down for the sale. Let's get Jim in on this. Because we know how the revenue share go with Jim and how the structure is. We got to just go reassure Jim that ain't nothing gonna change on his side. Jim got there, and Jim a weasel. Jim a weasel. All right, don't get it messed up. Jim the dude that DM your girl. Jim a weasel, boy.
A straight sucker.
Yeah, straight sucker, boy. All right, not a stand-up dude at all, because he stood in these dudes' face, and let me tell you, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you the timeline, and y'all tell me if he a sucker or not. All right. Y'all, I'm gonna let the world decide, because I could see a sucker from a mile away. And don't tell me a sucker no. Real recognize real. He looking mighty unfamiliar. So they finished the conversation, and they all shake hands. They good. He told you in the email that he had the better part of the day with Phil and Bobby. He go home. He go to sleep. He wake up. He in Brazil. And then Phil got to find out, well, you trying to block the deal. You just agreed we were good. Like,
right.
I offered you this, that, and the third. Now it's going to be there. Because he told you he had no fear of Call of Duty going anywhere. Why would you say that unless somebody told you it wasn't? Somebody told you, now we're on the same deal that you got with dude. We good. Don't worry about that. Why would he tell you that it's not that play? That play that you looking at, the bigger play is something else. He doing something else. And they got enough cash to do it. See, he went home and he went to sleep, and he realized those contracts was up this year. All right? So no more would you be telling people, "Oh, Call of Duty is on your box, plays best on your box." No. The rhetoric is going to change this year.
Right.
Call of Duty will be in Game Pass this year. It's up. It's up, bucko. It's up. He went home and realized, yo, we only got Spider-Man this year. Man, we ain't gonna make no money this year. They might fire my ass. It's only Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, hell no! We gotta stop this deal and block the deal. I know I agreed, but I'm not with it no more.
Right.
It was consensual, but it's not. It's something else.
Something else.
Yo, sucker moves.
Yep.
It's like that. What's that song? It's like, help the bear.
Oh yeah. He said, "Ready for help the bear."
It's just realizing that this dude is not made from that stuff. Right? He doesn't care about you. He don't play video games.
Right. Not at all.
Let's just keep it real. And somebody gonna say, "You don't play video games too." Shut up. I work. I ain't a multi-millionaire either, because if I was, I'll be at home all day with my raw gala. But I'm gonna tell you, man, this dude don't play video games. He killed off some of your most important European and consolidated those European Sony games, right? Consoles. Sony of Japan. He closed that up. He moved the stronghold over to Europe. He's a money man. If you look at the text show you, the emails show you that he's about monetizing and getting every ounce of money that he can get out of the fan base. And that's not wrong in business. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do. But when you have somebody in charge, you want somebody in charge that actually cares about the tradition of the consoles, the games. Single player, over the shoulder, story driven games is going the way of the dinosaur. Phil told you that those games aren't really sustainable in producing. Those are conversations that they had together. Phil told you with his words, but still is producing single player games with story driven narrative. Your boy Jim is showing you with actions, cutting back on single player games of narratives and going with more games of service.
Absolutely.
You have to look with your eyes. Don't be fooled by the past. Shaun is gone. He loved tradition. When Shaun left, so did their exit from E3. Look at it.
Facts.
The Flute Man, Shaun was there.
That was the last one. He was there.
Thank you. You got to understand what you're seeing here. You get a piss poor show in a month that is supposed to celebrate video games. Nintendo kept tradition. Nintendo's last show, that was a 9 for me. Microsoft's show was a 9.5. And it would have been a 10 if they would have showed some combat from this girl. You know,
Hellblade.
you got to check it out and see it for what it is, bro. And I know you're sitting there saying that you're a bot and you're this and you're that. Yeah, I'm a realist too as well. I paid my $500 and I see where it's going. I don't need a clone of what Microsoft is doing. I got Sony for what Sony does. And I thought that Sony would continue to do what they do. But under Jim's leadership, Jim showed me that he's all about that almighty dollar. And all company is supposed to be. But don't lose your identity chasing a buck. Your mother always told you before, all money ain't good money, son.
Right.
And always have your integrity. And if your mother didn't tell you that, your father should have. And if they didn't tell you, I'm telling you now, all money ain't good money. So don't chase that dollar down, losing yourself in the process, because you may look back and don't know who the hell you are anymore. And when you don't know who you are, nobody else is going to be around you, because you're going to lose your friends, you're going to lose your family, you're going to lose everything. Don't chase a buck thinking that buck is the end all be all. And I'm seeing Sony do that, and I don't like what I'm seeing. That's why Sony's unfamiliar to me.
You know, speaking facts. Oh, go ahead.
First off, shout out to almost 900 people in the chat. You know, hit that like button, guys. Let's get that up, man. $5 super chat from Michael Mooney. This deal is about Microsoft's target of $500 billion revenue by 2030.
Yep.
Then we got a $5 super chat from the Angry Therapist MD. Sony and Jim are down bad. Yeah, I appreciate all the support, you guys. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. We about to get intense up in here, man. Jim.
Oh,
I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
I was just say, if anything, Jim looked like really. It felt like, in a way, Jim never expected it to go this far, where he would have to show up in a courtroom.
That's a great way to put it, Addict. That's how you sound. Like, damn, I'm really testifying in court.
Yeah, we here now. I thought y'all said I just snitch and go.
That's how he was acting. That's exactly how he was acting.
I personally felt like the way this went is, at first they didn't think there was a slight chance. They didn't think there was a chance they could get it canceled. But then they kept making their statements, and they noticed how much things were going their way. And then it went from not only just trying to get consolidation, now we're in full-blown, let's get this deal blocked.
Right.
And then after enough of that done, and when the FTC's like, we'll see you in court, Microsoft. And Microsoft's like, my witness is Jim Ryan? I don't know who called him as a witness, probably the FTC. But Jim was like, it's like that one moment where they look around. Who, me? I didn't say nothing. I've been innocent. I haven't said nothing. And then Jim gets up there. He's like, she was literally asking him questions. And then almost every time that statement ended, well, at the time I thought that. At the time I thought this. At the time I believed that. Like, and then there was one time where she tricked him. She was like, do you believe that Microsoft is hurting themselves by not putting Call of Duty by putting Call of Duty on PlayStation if this deal goes through? And you could tell he didn't want to answer that. Yeah, he said, "There's so many things." He said, "Hypothetically," and then apparently, like, there's some email or something that related to, like, Jim Ryan would do that. She asked him, would you do that? And he's like, he pretty much was like, I don't want to answer that. Like,
I don't want to answer.
Because it's just like, I think this whole time he's been going through, and he never thought he would be in a courtroom to that degree. Mm-hmm. Because obviously we call it PR talk. You know, these executives get up, they talk about stuff. Most of the time it's not true, or they have to go back on it. That works in PR and on Twitter and on blogs. But that doesn't work in a courtroom, because you're going to plagiarize yourself. So he had to be honest about things, and who knows if he was 100% honest, because at that point, like, he was saying some off the wall stuff on Twitter, try to backtrack some of it in the courtroom. And he pretty much just came out every time. She kept asking him the same question like 5 different ways. Because it's like, no, you're going to tell me why you think this is bad for gaming. Stop saying this. Stop saying that. Tell me why you think this deal is bad for gaming. And what's funny is he ignored all those questions.
Yep.
What I like is, his statement is, what if Microsoft ships an inferior product?
Right.
And devs had to come out and tell you, nah, man, we don't do none of that.
Right, from Respawn, yep.
Right.
You got from Respawn, say, come on now, chill out with that.
People treat you how they've been taught to, treat people. People assume things when they have done things. Like, have y'all ever been in a situation where you're not cheating and the girl keeps saying you cheating, and all of a sudden you just find out that she was the one cheating?
Yep.
And it was a projection thing. So what if Microsoft ships me inferior product? Y'all remember, what game did they send the team over to go get that game finished? Sony sent the team over. Wasn't it Dead Space? Was it Dead Space or something like that?
Oh, the Callisto Protocol you talking about?
Callisto Protocol. There we go.
Yep.
Wasn't Callisto Protocol running horrible on Xbox?
It was abysmal initially when it first launched. Like it wasn't even a reflection in the mirror on the Xbox version. That was PC version too was running terrible.
So what does that mean? That means that they send a team over there. Like, I want y'all to listen to me and don't say that, can you get your tinfoil hat on? No, I got my binoculars on, bro. I see you coming a mile away. Pause. I know for a fact that you done things. So you assume people are like you. You can't assume somebody is nice if you're not a nice person. In your head, everybody evil.
I got 3 pennies now.
So if you evil inherently, you believe that person is evil. You can't believe that he's nice.
Right.
Nah, he got something. He hides something. You ever hear people say that? Why? Because you hide something.
Right.
The thought process is he believes that Microsoft would do that. So that's why when they asked him on the stand, what would you do? Would you give it to Microsoft? Jim in his heart wanted to say, hell no, B. I locked that bitch. Boy, you will never see her again. I'll throw the key away. I'll melt it down and make a ring out of it. You won't never get it. Nah,
He was like,
man.
no, he's like, no, I don't want to answer that. I like how the lawyer said, but you're not allowed not to answer that.
Remember, I told people on Sunday on ILP, Jim gonna get up there and be like, I plead the fifth.
Pretty much is what he did. Pretty much is what he did.
I don't want to answer that right there because that right there will incriminate me and put me in a bad position. No, your business practice.
He pretty much went up there and answered everything, but didn't answer everything at the same time.
Exactly. like they lead. Shout out to Mr. Lee. Shout out to Mr. Lee. You got the best non-answering analysis of a market that I've ever seen in my whole life. You had the wrong information. You told the judge, I didn't even read the dossier on the FTC, but I want to reference the dossier. She said, what, the one you didn't read? Shout out to the judge.
Right.
Seeing the mockery for what it is. Y'all think y'all was going to go in there and run rings around people that people are stupid. They do this for a living, bro. Nah, man. You're not getting away with this one. We done bailed the mouse. Mm-hmm. It's about to be ring-a-ding time. I'm about to go buy some champagne on Friday. We about to drink. I got my cigars right here.
Sunday's going to be crazy. Next Sunday is going to be intense.
Birthday Sunday. I
and
want
what's funny is
to show up on Sunday because it's my birthday.
Yeah,
it's your birthday.
And I'm not going to go in specifics on the guest, but we have a specific guest coming on just to team up with King in this foolishness. And they've never been on the podcast. They've never been on the podcast too. It's going to be interesting.
He's a hell of a guy. And I can tell you that it's a guy because they're is it a guy or is it a girl?
We got a $5 super chat from Facio 007. I was one of the people who wanted Phil to go, but seeing now how much BS he has to deal with and understand his frustrations, big respect. $5 super chat from Blue.
Oh,
hold
on. I gotta rebut that.
Pfizer, you wanted Phil to go, bro?
You got a super chat why you wanted him to go. I need to know that, and I don't care if it's 99 cents.
You actually can't.
Pfizer was the Xbox guy.
You can't say nothing if it's 99 cents. But we got a $5 super chat from Blue. I actually like that name. Would you rather Xbox buy PlayStation or have PlayStation get thrown in the bushes and let PS flounder for a while?
I would rather Xbox buy them. It'd be like wrestling man. Maybe say, I bought my competition. Damn it!
They want like a WWF WCW moment?
Yeah, he said, I bought my competition.
Imagine if like we had like a showcase, and then you just see on the Xbox stage it says GOW. You think it's Gears of War, but then Kratos pops out and he's like, "We bought PlayStation."
I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I'm not gonna lie. If they buy PlayStation, I'm gonna tattoo Phil's face on my bicep. I'm not gonna lie, because I know it's something ain't gonna happen. I'm on the inside, he gonna get on the inside.
On the bicep, you gonna get on the bicep?
On the bicep, on the inside, on the soft tissue that hurt.
Oh man,
because I know it hurt every pony in the world. If he was to buy Sony, I wouldn't know how to act for the rest. Twitter will explode. Like it would. Twitter would. You think Marcus or whatever that dude name was having a meltdown the other day? You think
Marlon
guy was having a meltdown?
Yeah.
The Red Dragon and these dudes is having fever fits. Boy,
it'll be over.
Twitter will. Elon will have to make another Twitter just for them. Because the harassment complaints is gonna go down. I'll make a video daily.
Oh man. And the concert will be over. I'm like, damn, it's over.
Over.
It was over before it started.
Over. You see Spider-Man swing out, and you hear the music. Dun, 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 Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
No.
Spider-Man.
King. It's worse than that. They make a montage of all the Xbox figures killing all the PlayStation figures.
No.
Oh, man.
And they get resurrected as Xbox figures.
No. Check it out. It's worse than that, Addict. They have the E3 stage, and then Spider-Man come down on the web, right? And you're like, what the hell is coming down? What's it? You know how he hangs upside down? And he comes down, and Phil pops his mask off.
It's Phil.
Gotcha, bitch.
Man, that'd be crazy, bro.
That'd be the best. That'd be the best. I'm down for all of that. All that
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
I'm about all of that.
Oh yeah. It's funny stuff.
He said King David.
It's been a crazy show, man. $5 super chat from the angry therapist. How about the fact Jim refused to give Microsoft the dev kits? I see. Okay, look, I agree on to a point, but to a point that's kind of all common. Like
not Microsoft. You talk about ABK if the deal goes through.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Greg.
If the deal goes through.
Greg with the $2 super chat. FF16 is now running at 60 frames per second.
He said it is running. Like,
No, it's running at 60 flames, like it's on fire.
60 flames per second.
Oh my god, man, we are 50. You guys, like, I know this is probably not going to happen. We are 50 viewers away from 1,000 on an Addict show. I would be beyond thrilled if I hit one show that does an IOP number. Just one. We don't got to do it ever again. I don't care if you got to pull up
Let's get
other tabs. Other tabs. I don't care what you guys got to do. But some of you hate me, so you'll probably leave the stream the moment I say that.
Yo, let's save the red-nosed South Bronx pit bull.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Yo, shout out to, let me show y'all this, right? Shout out to somebody listening to what I said about Little Man. And I don't know your name. I got to double check. I got to look back at the tweet, but he had put that.
Oh no, I did see
back.
some.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh,
See,
I like that.
The thing
Yeah.
Is that the S and the X? You know,
No. That's
the black S and the
Oh,
blue
that's
S.
both the little man. Okay,
I'm
that's
so.
fire, bro.
Little black man,
It's
little
kind of
white man.
interesting that they didn't
With the
draw.
tails on, the black one got the tails on.
It's kind of interesting they didn't draw the white one like smaller because we were making fun of it the other day.
No, but see, the package is different.
Oh man.
They the same height, but somebody packing a little bit more.
Oh man.
$5. Got a $10 super chat from 007. Phil was not allowed to talk openly about the PS deals behind the scenes and the practices that Sony doing to block Game Pass. Deals that made to think that he does not want to compete aggressively. I feel you guys. Like, okay, one thing I will say. King will tell you, every time that something came up with the FTC, I don't want to talk about it. CMA, I don't want to talk about it. Anything Activision related, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
This deal, this court proceeding, made all of that worth it. Like,
It's some good stuff.
The
right
amount of salt that has happened because of this court proceeding, it's like it's fueling me. It's like I don't know if you guys seen the Avatar: The Last Airbender at the end where they're taking the Banshee Say back and he comes up there and he's sitting there breathing in the wind and he's like, a firebender hasn't felt this in 1,000 years, and he's just sitting there breathing in, about to go cause havoc. That's what I feel. I'm sitting on this mountain and I'm saying an Xbox fan hasn't felt this in years, and I'm just glowing, man. Got a $2 super chat from Spartan661. A founder in Great on the Grill if you know how to grill. Okay.
Flounder?
I don't know, man.
You got Flounder on the grill?
Flounder. Okay, yeah, Flounder. Yeah, you guys right. $5 super chat from Drawn Teacher. Hey, guys, the FTC is screwed. The deal all be done next week. We got a $5 super chat from
Fridays,
Jax82. Phil Redfall showed our momentum lesson, learned how PlayStation is going to learn their lesson to keep games from us. Okay, hey, bye Bungie. Oh, gee, you guys are being just too kind, man. Like, really.
Generous people, man. Generous,
GSD
man.
getting stuff done, $50 super chat. Jim Ryan, the critical feature of the gaming console in terms of its attractiveness to the people who make games is the level of its install base, the kind of utility of the user base for people who make games to monetize against. I had to raise my voice because he made the last caps. So I had to pull up for that one, man.
That's the part that Jim said, and that's the part that I'm talking about.
This deal going through.
I told y'all to hold the line, and y'all thought hold the line was for the whatchamacallit. Y'all thought hold the line had something to do with the show.
All right, so okay. Right now it's 7:01. We're gonna end this. I'm gonna do my outros. I just put a poll in the chat. I think it should be showing up any minute.
Yeah, hold that line, bro.
I want you guys to vote in there, man. Tell me what you guys think is gonna happen. First off, shout out to almost 1,000 people that showed up to the podcast.
Yeah, man.
Hit that like button on your way out. I'm gonna probably send you over there to Fame. Definitely go over there. I know some of you don't because obviously, you know.
You sent me over to the Jamaican game. I was at him.
No, I'm talking. Well, today.
I thought last week. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see who's on right now. Let's do this redirect. Let's see who's on. You know, we got Level 1 Gaming. He's pretty much the only person that's on.
So let's go to Level 1
Yeah.
Gaming.
So we got $5 super chat from Dull and Night. All the smoke coming from Canada are people playing Final Fantasy 16.
Oh my god.
Yo, I'm just done. Oh my god.
Hey, you got one from John TJ too. Like he said,
King,
with the
this
two
is for
King.
you, no
This is for you,
PS6.
bro. No PS6.
Facts.
Oh my
I
god.
appreciate you because a
Oh
damn
my
sure ain't gonna
God.
be one.
Hey, do you get Stitch 6669?
I don't think they're just coming so fast.
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Pause.
With the 5. What do y'all think about the email detailing that Microsoft could have locked Call of Duty as an exclusive for just $5 billion, but they want the building? $5 billion just to make a game exclusive is ridiculous, bro.
I'm not doing that. I would never do that. I mean,
No way in the
think
world.
that's idiotic. You know, why just spend the rest of the bread and just lock it up? You know, marry him. Let's go. You know, put that ring on it. If you really about that life, and see, Sony would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Sony got that $5 billion to do that. That's their budget for the year. You talking about big spending, bro? These dudes is pulling up in limos, buying out the bar. You know, they partying all night. You got to put your mind in that mindset. They're not going in there with a couple of racks in their pocket, just throwing it at the chicks at the stand. No, this is Floyd Mayweather money, bro. Start thinking that way. When you start thinking that way, then you say, oh, man, they different in the strip club.
Yeah, I hear you guys. So let's go and do these outros, man. So far, let me see who's winning on the poll. I don't even need to look at it, but let's.
Yeah, man. You know, come on, man. You know who's winning this.
Hold the line.
Hold the Line is winning from 200. It's 90 to 10. Dirt, what's going on, man? What kind of content you got going through? We got to know.
Hey,
And what's funny is I see this. I got this thing. I love this thing.
What's that leather? Is out of focus? Oh, is that a book? Bookmarker?
Yeah, I found there's a poster with this too. I didn't get it though, but I'm gonna start what I plan on doing is I plan on having those posters on the wall and just switching them out from time to time.
Oh, that's what's up.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, man. I actually just dropped a video, man. You know, I do the console war stuff, so I'm making fun of the homie Marlon Gaming, man. He had a meltdown live on air, so I'm talking about it. So check out my latest video, guys. Oh man, so having a good time. Have stop by and subscribe to my channel if you are an Xbox fan. We have a lot of fun over there. We can get messy, but we try not to be so messy. But yeah, man, let me put the link in the description. I'm sorry, in the chat. Check out my latest video, guys.
Yeah, and definitely pull up, man, pull up. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't get a lot of shine. That's why I'm very open with people activating that raid feature. because I feel like I don't have the access to raid as many people as I like. You know, I saw people in the chat. Here's the thing, like if I'm raiding something, unless it's our own content, I wanted to go to someone that I generally feel can use the growth. That's why I go to Level 1 Gaming, Jamaican Gaming. Like they're grinding, and I feel like they deserve that shine. I wish it was easier. I wish you could raid anyone you want to, because then I would just start what I would like to do, King, is get to the point where we watch like a minute of someone's stream, and if we get the thumbs up, we just send everyone over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
All right, so I appreciate everyone coming through, man. King, what's going on, man? What can we expect this Sunday on ILP?
You can expect it being my birthday.
Oh, it's King's birthday.
You can expect it being July 2nd, my birthday. You can see me turn it up, and hopefully Friday this deal gets passed and everything gets done, because it's supposed to be the 29th. It's supposed to be the end of this stuff.
Yeah. That's tomorrow.
I'll be on DCX Friday night at 9 p.m. Go check that out. It's on YouTube. It's statue stuff. So if you're curious about these statues and you want to know why I told you don't pre-order that Spider-Man PVC crap, go buy the digital version and just go pick up a statue like that Spider-Man 2018 that I got right here for the same amount of money. Go do that so you can have an investment. So if you need to sell it, because you can't sell none of that PVC plastic crap that you got on your shelf, throw it away. Get a real statue, step it up.
Look at this one, man.
Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. See, he's heavy into Demon Slayer right now, and because of Addict, my animation growth has been stunted. So I must watch my Attack on Titan so I can finish it up, so I can get to where he's at with Demon Slayer and all this other stuff. R&R with the Lords. Addict and I, Addict is severely overworked. So we're in the midst of revising it. It's going to be myself and another host. We're trying to work out the logistics on that, and that will be behind our Patreon. So, this Friday, I'm going to go see Indiana Jones. And we'll be talking about that. We'll also be giving out synopsis on The Flash, and so far this year in general when it comes to movies themselves. So all the movies that we saw so far, that's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and the Fast and the Furious 10, and Super Mario, all that stuff, we're going to give a synopsis of what we feel this year has done and what we have coming for the rest of the year, as far as Aquaman and all that other great stuff. So we're going to be talking about that. But ILP this Sunday is a Sunday that you do not want to miss. I mean, you do not want to miss ILP. If you thought I was having fun here, you do not want to miss ILP on Sunday. Addict told me to pull up. I'm sorry I pulled up a little bit late, brother. But, Wednesday's a little bit difficult, but I can make difficult seem possible. So I definitely was going to be here, and I definitely was going to meet up with my Ray Choice twin. Dirt says the stuff that I can't say and I want to say, and then when he say POS, I'm in my house giggling and laughing like a schoolgirl. So I love your content, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
And like I said, I appreciate you for coming through. Like I said, I'm sending you over there to Fame Entertainment and Level 1 Gaming.
Hey,
They're doing
I'm being
their
on
podcast.
Fame show next week, man.
Yeah, next week you're gonna be on.
I
Fame
got back
show.
to back next week. Back to back.
What we can do is I'll bring a guest on next week, and you can leave a little early so you have time to get what you need done.
Yeah, yep.
All right, but I appreciate you for coming through. We're going to send you over there to Fame. Look, I get it. I would go over there, just type something to the chat, show some love. Even if you can't stay, man,
like
just
button, man.
seeing the numbers and the likes over there would make their day way better. Go over there in droves and tell them that the Addict Show sent you and IOP sent you, and I appreciate every one of you going here. And while you way out, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button.
Like button, man.
So we
Hit the
talk
like
to you guys
button.
later. See